Hey, what's up guys? So finally it's here. I'm gonna make the this is the guide for the stage 8 boss, Pirate Colony. The brute guy with the Dorado. Now let's start with the loadout. So if you're trying to kill him fast, the best things you can have that's gonna make the most difference is that I3, Heavy Weapon Expert 3, and maybe Harden if you're playing solo for sure. Harden. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In terms of doing damage and killing him fast, these are the ones that'll make the most difference. Now if you're trying this exact loadout, you see there's still about 6 LPs left. I'll recommend that you probably do something like this, which is Steadfast level 1 and Speedy G level 2, because Speedy G will help you like immensely when to dodge those Eldorados that he throws at you. I mean, if you have up to level 3, you can pretty much just run around and the Eldorados will never hit you. But I mean, you don't even need all that high of a level, so even level 1 is cool if you want to maybe, you know, try using this, or if you don't want to use it at all and you want to, you know, because this is great for the because he has the China Lake guy that spawns with him, and he's usually the reason why people die on the boss is because of the Harbinger snipers and because of the China Lake guy. That's pretty much it. It's rarely is because of the boss itself. Maybe it's the Eldorados or something, which, like I said, the Speedy G would help you with that. So if you have something like this, you're kind of prepared for any kind of, you know, thing he can throw at you, because you can see there's like 20% less damage. This works for any kind of explosive, like the China Lake, the RPG, any enemy that shoots grenades, anything they shoot at you, this is gonna do less damage for you. So because usually the China Lake, if it hits you with one shot, you're pretty much like 10% health left at that point after he shots you. With this, I mean, you're gonna have a lot more health to work with and you're not gonna die as fast. And if you're using up to level like 2, it's almost overpowered, to be honest, because if you have up to level 2, not only does he not gonna be able to stun you, which means you're gonna be able to keep running around even though you're taking damage, because when he hits the China Lake directly on you, you have a little seconds that you're kind of stumbling. If you have this on level 2, that's not gonna happen. You can just keep running, especially again if you're combining with Speedy G. You can even do something like this and not use Harden, maybe if you're not playing on solo, or, you know, this is pretty much the best combo, I think, because you can run fast and dodge any kind of Eldorados, not just for the boss, but also for the during the rounds itself that lead to the boss. And this is gonna help you with grenades as well. If you're like on a siege or something and they keep throwing grenades at you, spamming, you can take like 3 grenades, 4 grenades before you die with level 2. It's ridiculous. And even if it explodes in your face, so it's really good. And this is obviously for the Harbinger that you get from the enemies and all that. You can buy in the box. And you can also have that eye, so if you're headshotting him, you can still, if you're good at the headshots and you're headshotting him a lot, to do more damage. Maybe if you're not good at headshotting, you can take the dead eye out and use something like maybe a quick healer, or this thing, which is the Mystical Expert level 2, so you can carry up to 3 Chintamani's or Path of Injuries to revive your teammates. This is good for kind of if you're playing safe. you know, any kind of things like that. These combinations, they all, but really, well, the things that make the most difference are these ones, like I said. And if you're just trying to, you know, to do damage, and if you're just trying to play safe, meaning you just want to like really survive and get through the stage without dying like once, which usually is enough. If you don't die at all, usually it gets you the stars. And also for the boss, I mean, he has like the same, you have about 5 minutes to kill him if you do the earlier rounds properly, which is in a way is kind of more than enough. If you're doing like constant damage to him, he's dead in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes easily. But so in a way it's kind of too much, but the things that hold back is because he's spamming Eldorados all the time, so you have to keep running away, and that wastes time. You have to like create distance, and while you're doing that you're wasting time. So again, Speedy G will also help you in that, because you can create that distance faster in less time. And also because people just keep dying a lot to the Harbingers and the China Lake, like I said, and you waste time to like go and revive them. You go to the box and to buy the revive for the whole team. Maybe you just teleport to the Path of Indra, then you have to wait until the boss comes to you and all that, and it just wastes a lot of time. That's why most people that they're good, they are able to kill him, but not in time. Usually it's because of these kind of leaks, let's call it like that. People just dying all the time, or you know, just have to keep running around. I noticed that during this latest patch Naughty Dog did, it seems like the boss is spamming more the Eldorado, even more than before, which in a way is good, but it's also bad, because if you don't know what you're doing, I mean, it can be bad because you don't know how to handle it. But I'll explain also later in the video. But after he's past half health, he starts to doing that move where he throws the Eldorado from his hands, and when he does that, he can only target one person. So he's pretty much standing there for about 10 seconds doing that move and only targeting one person, which means if you have 3 players, one player has to, if the one player is far away enough to where it's not going to hit him and he can still have a line of sight on the boss, then, you know, he's pretty much open to damage. This is what I mean. When he's doing that move, he's open to damage. You can do headshots, whatever you want with him. So in a way, if he's spamming that more often, he's giving you a lot more opening to do, you know, high damage in less time, because usually those times is when you can get the, you know, a lot of damage very fast, because he's just standing still. But at the same time, you know, if you're not doing just that, taking advantage, it works against you, because you're wasting time, a lot of time. But I'll go over that, and I'll tell you how to handle it. But you know, again, just Speedy G to help with the Eldorados. This will make absolutely the most difference. Make sure you have at least level 1. At least level 1. If you don't have this, maybe because it's a DLC, I mean, the best thing you can do then is use PG for sure, and throw a quick healer 2 or something, even level 1 if you can. I mean, because this is gonna help you recover fast after the China League shoots you. You know, that's the best thing you can do if you don't have the steady fast, but this makes a huge difference. You notice you just instantly stop dying. It's like if you have level 2, the China Lake is pretty much useless. You can stand in front of him and do whatever you want. He's not pretty much ever going to kill you. But again, so let's go. Let's go to the boss and I'll show you everything in action. For the demonstration purposes, I'll just use my safe loadout, which would be quick healer, this thing level 2, steadfast, Speedy G. I'm actually going to use level 3 to demonstrate how you can easily dodge the Eldorados. And yeah, harden, I guess. No, actually I'm not going to use harden, just so you can see the pain wobble, how bad it is. Yeah, I don't need to demonstrate this. I guess radar will help. Oh yeah, and just one more point. All the boss fights, the rounds that you have bosses, they have automatic radar 2, enhanced radar on them, which means even if you don't have it on your loadout, you're still gonna be able to see all the enemies in the map during the boss fights. So just have that in mind. So if you plan on using radar so you can see all the enemies during the boss fight, you're just wasting points because you already have that either way. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I guess I'll use the this thing just so I can buy the to revive the NPC. Yeah, Harden is also, I mean, Gunslinger. I'll talk about that too. So yeah, I'm gonna skip to the boss and I'll start explaining. Okay guys, so we are pretty much at the boss now. Of course I didn't try to do this fast, but you should be able to get here on solo in about 10 minutes or so. You should be able to get through the Markman round and into the boss. And if we were 3 people, we should be 8 minutes or 9 minutes or so, depending on how you're playing, how well you're playing, and what positions you're doing. But so as soon as it ends, you see there's like harbingers for the Markman. There's the shotguns everywhere. Now there's 2 things you can do. You can choose to pick 2 of them, so you have 16, which is the max, and you can see the cutscene, or you can suicide yourself like I'm going to show you here. You see there's a lot of, because if you see the cutscene, these harbingers will not go away. So during the fight you can just walk through here and grab them again as you're run out of ammo. Or you can suicide like this as soon as the counter goes past the 0, and we'll restart and skip the cutscene. Sometimes the boss will spawn right here, yeah, like this, and you can already start shooting him, which saves a lot of time, as you can imagine. He's already doing damage. He may also spawn here, or he may spawn down there on the bridge thing, boat. And so if you did not do this, which is to keep this, skipping the cutscene like this saves you about 15 seconds or so, which sometimes can be the difference between the 3 stars or not. So I would just say, usually I have a lot of money. I try to save as much money as I could, so you see I have about 14,000 there. If I was using Deadeye and doing headshots, that could probably be 15,000 or so. But yeah, so you see the harbingers are gone. If you did not skip the cutscene, they will still be here. So as soon as I run out with these 6 things I have, I could just walk through here and pick up more ammo without having to use the box and waste money. Now you see I'm doing on solo. If she dies like that, that's when you... Also I talked about Mystical Expert 2, if you want to have 3 of those or not, up to you. If you're playing with 3 people and something like this happens, your teammate dies, or even the NPC on solo, you can just revive them with the Path of Indra. That's the fastest and safest way you can revive. And yeah, or you can use this right here, to the Path of Indra, or you can use the Chintamani. So, but then you would have to get close to them to revive them. You can aim it like this if they're far away and revive them, you know. Now for him, you want to use the Harbinger as much as you can. That's again why I said you should probably have a Weapon Expert 3 on your loadout, if you can, so you can increase the damage. And you want to be shooting him like non-stop like this. If you can, do headshots. If not, shoot the body, and he does like 1,000 damage each shot. So it's not that bad. You see his health is almost halfway already. I mean, almost one third gone. And like, also make sure you watch the guide on the Indra's Disciple, which is the guide that came before this one. Because most of the things there are there, they work the same on him. So I'm mostly not going to be repeating them here. So just make sure you watch that, and you can just kind of, you know, because they both complement each other, so you know the whole picture. Now, I talked about the ammo for the harbingers. You can, if you don't have the harbinger, I mean the enemies will obviously drop some, but if you don't have, you can use the maybe the desert here, which is also a DLC, and you can just kind of shoot him. It does pretty quick damage for the money you're spending. Because ideally, you should not be reviving, you know? If you're, especially if you're using the safe loadout, it's going to be pretty easy not to die. And you just want to be, instead of reviving people all the time, you just want to be doing damage to him like as most as possible. You see the Harbinger that I talked about? He's the, he and the China Lake are the main reason people die. Not so much the boss itself. You see, he's barely doing any damage to me. It's just the other minions. Now, like I said, it's also a DLC. You can try using the Barak 44. Also does, you know, see, every shot is like, so 2 shots of this is equal to 1 Harbinger shot, which is pretty good. If you don't have the Harbinger as DLC, you can use this pistol. Just keep like, and you get also 12 shots, so and you can just keep buying it and shooting him until you're out of money. Because you want to do, you know, because you're being timed, you want to do as much damage as fast as you can. And yeah, that's pretty much the options in terms of damage. I would not recommend anything else. The counter is maybe good to killing the minions itself, like the harbingers like this. But besides that, I mean, it doesn't really do that much. See, 600 is the same as the Barak, so you might as well buy the Barak. Has more ammo and all that for pretty much the same amount of money. Just like I said on the injure guide, you can do the same thing where you, hold on, you kind of stay on cover like this, and you blind fire him as he's approaching you, pretty much anywhere. And let me see if I can also show you how this PG works really well. Yeah, he's spawning here good. So again, you need to take off his helmet if you want to kick him. Just like I said on the like this. Now he's on a helmet because he did the animation. You can start kicking him. And the same thing applies for the kick glitch. If you kick him on the he hits someone else, he's gonna lose all his life. And like you said, just like I said in the intro, you can just do this. But as soon as someone else shows up, you kind of have to go, because otherwise this will happen. But at the start, when he's alone, it's pretty good to do that. You can just, like I taught you in the intro guide again, make sure you watch that, because it's very, very complimentary. You can just stay behind him and then blind firing and doing, you know, back and forth. But now, you want to keep like running around like this. You see, he's always going to be following you. So you see, now he's starting to push me and I'm on a bad position, so I move to the back here and I just keep shooting him. If I take too much damage, I go far away again. Okay, so guys, what you want to be doing against this boss, it's pretty much the same idea, just like I said on the intro. Disciple, you want to be moving around and let him come to you instead of you coming to him. If you have 3 people, you would do the same thing. Just have him come to you. You see, like this at the start is good to do that, because you need to do like a lot of damage like this at the start. See how quick damage, so then you can move to the so less than a minute and he's already almost 1/3 out of his health. So at the start is very, especially if he's spawned next to you, the minions are not surrounding him yet, so And if you start to get surrounded like that, then you want to go away. Because you want to focus just on him and not, you don't want the minions that, so you see I run back to create a new situation. So now the minions are way too far back and I can focus only on him. So having to deal with the other ones. See, he is dangerous, so I moved to another position. I mean, sorry, he is the Dorado. Now he's gonna follow me. Like I said, you wait for him to come, you don't go to him. And again, you can do the bind fire, you can kick him. And you just keep doing like this. You move, you lose your health, then move to the next position again while you're regenerating. You can find some cover. You see, when he starts to do this, there's a range, so the range is here. I can still see him, you see. If I had ammo, I could shoot him while he was still throwing that at me. And you see how easily I dodged those other Dorados? It's because of the, like I said, the speedy G. If you don't have speedy G, it would be a lot harder. You see, I already dodged the... I'm already far enough. That's only because of speedy G. If not, it wouldn't be so easy like you see now. I mean, you'd be so slow. You would at least take a few hits before you can get this far. And you see, so if he does that, what you want to do is find a range where it's not going to hit you and where you can still see him. And then you just keep shooting at him. You see, he's pretty much half health already and was like, what, 2 minutes? And I'm still not even trying because I'm just explaining. You see, with BDG, I'm already far enough. Almost instantly. I didn't take one hit from that. Without speedy G, it's not this simple. You usually get hit because you're not fast enough. Also, notice the icon. It shows me the red thing. Usually when it shows you like this, is because you're within range to get hit from it. And also, like I said, they increase the frequency he does it. You see how he's spamming really hard? It wasn't like this before, but anyway. You see I get the indication. You see the indication? Usually when there is indication like that, is because you're close enough to be hit from it. See, if I was here, I get no indication. The little red thing flying on my screen. Because, you see, no indication, because it's way too far. So just keep that in mind. If you get the indication, it's likely because you're close enough to get hit. See the blind fire? When he gets to you, you can dodge. Move to the next one. See, speedy G, I'm already out of there. Didn't even get hit with the Dorado. Now on solo, the China Lake guy pretty much never shows up. But if you're playing with 3 people, see, this is what you do. Find a range that's far enough and where you can still see him and keep shooting, because that's when he's open to damage the most. And if you had 3 players, that thing would only be targeting one person. So that person will have to go away, and the other ones can literally stay right next to him and shooting him at his face. Doesn't matter, because you're only going to be targeting one person at that moment. During the animation, you see I move to another position. He follows me. I do damage. Here's the Dorado. I go away, not to get hit. Find an angle to shoot him. He's still doing damage on me, so I need to recover. I find a new position. Wait for him to follow me. And if you want, I mean, kill the minions and all that, so they don't get in your way. Especially the Harbinger. If you can kill the Harbinger, it's great. Also because he gives you ammo. You see, I'm out of health. Find a new position. Recover. That's why I also said you want to use quick healer on your safe loadout, so you can do this faster. You're just regenerating a lot faster. Because when the NPC is dead like this, you're taking a lot more damage than you normally would. Like I said in the injury guide, he focuses a lot on the NPC and not on you. And same thing goes for the NPC. If you're constantly moving around like this, the NPC is going to be following you, so he won't be dying as much. And again, I said the same thing on the injury guide. Make absolute sure you check that out. It's complimentary. You see, again, new position, he follows me. I do a ton more damage. You want to do the same thing but with a full team. So 3 players will be moving together like this. He uses the Dorado, all 3 players go to a new position. You can do the wall trick. See, right now I'm doing the wall trick, but because I'm on solo, which means I'm the host, he's still hitting me. But if I was with 3 players, see Speedy G again, I would not have survived that if I didn't have Speedy G. I can guarantee you that. And but like I was saying, if you do the wall trick, he will literally be just walking to you like this and doing no damage, and you can just keep shooting him like crazy. You're gonna do a ton of damage, but it only works if you're not the host. Now, yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. If you have Speedy G, if you have Quick Healer, and if you have the Steadfast for the China Lake guy when he shows up, I mean, it's pretty easy to kill him. Just keep moving around like this, and keep doing a ton of damage when you can. You need to recover, just find a new position. Regenerate and restart from there. He will follow you. Also, like I said before, he only does the Eldorados from his hand after he's past mid-health. And also, when he's not past mid-health, he just does the normal Eldorado where he spawns the Eldorado next to you. But you see, he does both. He does the hand and he does the Eldorado spawn when he's past mid-health. If you have more players, what he's going to do, you see like this, what he's going to do is spawn 3 of those when you have more players. He's going to spawn 1 on each player location. So if I have 1 player here, 1 player there, 1 player there, is going to be 1 or the other on each of those locations. Because I'm on solo, he's only doing 1 of those. But as soon as he's past mid-health, he's going to start doing the hand Eldorado and spawning 3 Eldorados at the same time. So just have that in mind. I mean, yeah, I guess really the key is just using the Speedy G on your loadout. It makes it insanely easy to kill him, because he pretty much can never touch you. See, I'm just doing a ton of damage. If I had a sniper, you know, M14 or even the Harbinger, he'll be dead by now, you can imagine. That would only take about 3 minutes or 4. But it's really key that you just do this with 3 players, you know, because if people just keep dying, because also as more players join the match, he has more health. So it would take a lot longer to kill him than what you're seeing right now. And yeah, I guess let me see if I can demonstrate the China Lake, because on solo he really doesn't spawn, which makes it like really easy almost. You almost don't even need the steady fast booster. You see Speedy G, I'm out of that tie situation so fast. I mean, without Speedy G, I'm pretty sure I would not have survived that as well. So it just makes a huge difference if you can use that. Also, one more thing, you see he's almost dying. He has like 10% health or so. I mean 4% or something. When he's that low on health, he will stop teleporting to you, which means he will just start walking. He will still do everything else, but he will not teleport. So just have that in mind. If he's low health like this and you keep waiting for him to teleport, you're just wasting time, because he will not do it. At this point, you just want to actually move towards him and finish him off. When he's low health like that. Let me see what else I can show. Yeah, in terms of weapons, as far as pistols, I'll recommend the Argo. Does a lot of damage and good blind fire, so you can do this from cover. And I would probably use the FAL, the Metler. If you're good with the aiming, you can use a Copperhead, the Mazur sniper, and the M14 sniper. Those are pretty much the weapons. None of those are DLC too, so anyone can use those. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the key, man. It's more, I think it comes more down to the loadout, to be honest, than anything else. If you don't have Speedy G on your loadout, you would probably just have to play a lot more safe. Like, makes absolute sure you're not surrounded. As soon as you see he's about to throw the other auto, move away immediately, because you know, with Speedy G you can wait for the last second before you move and you still get away because you're so fast with the movement. But without it, you have to be more proactive in avoiding that. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just make sure you watch the injury guide, because pretty much everything else is there that you can do here on him. In terms of mysticals, some people like to, you can also do the Asgard, where you're just standing in front of him like this and you just shoot him because you're taking almost no damage. So yeah, some people like to spam it like this. You're pretty much just spamming the Asgard and just keep like doing non-stop. You can also do the injure trick that I taught you on the Injurious Disciple guide. And yeah, I mean, let me just see if I can get the I'll skip the video, see if I can get the China Lake to show up on solo. It takes like a lot of while, but with 3 people he shows up like immediately almost. But if you have steadfast, you don't really even need to kill him, because he's not gonna be a threat at all. And also, like I said again, make sure you focus on killing the Harbingers if you see them, because not only do they give you free ammo, but they are the most dangerous in a way. They can kill you and your team. So yeah, I'll just skip the video, see if I can get the China Lake to show up, and I'll show you how effective the steadfast is. Okay guys, so the China Lake is here finally on solo. He showed up pretty much after I killed about two waves of enemies. Now let me just show you how effective the steadfast is. You see, he's barely doing anything to me. It's almost like he's not even there. Also, just keep in mind that the China Lake, he teleports with the boss. So whenever the boss teleports, he will come along, like immediately. And as soon as he teleports, he will shoot you right away. So watch out for that. You see, he just got a full hit at me. I didn't even flinch. It did like no damage, pretty much. I mean, if you have any, you also don't get this stun. You don't get stunned because he also can hit you behind cover when you're like this, which is very dangerous because sometimes you're trying to regenerate your health and he just shoots you out of nowhere. You see, like that, pretty much no damage at all. I mean, it's just pretty much comes down to the loadout, guys, I guess. Just make sure you have at least PG level 2. I mean, at least 1, you know, and you have steadfast level 1 too. Quick healer and all that. If you have all those, I mean, it's just about running around just like in the injury guide and shoot him, wait for him to come, run again, dodge the other Dorados. I mean, it's insanely easy. You should be able to kill him solo in like, what, 3 minutes or so, 5 minutes, no problem. If you're spamming like Asgards, Indras and all that, it's even faster if you're spamming Harbingers, the Barak, all that kind of stuff. I see they really like to focus on the NPC. Oh, and one last thing before I go. Kind of a little quick tip. You can actually dodge the bullet from the China Lake. especially for SPDG and you're moving around this fast. If you're moving like sideways, like I am right now, sideways in relation to him, you can usually move away from because the China Lake shot has a travel time. So between that travel time, you can move out of the target. You can also roll or jump. You see? Like that. He just missed me because I was moving. So even if you don't have steadfast, you can still dodge the bullets. Just make sure you're prepared for when they come. Like I said, as soon as he teleports alongside the boss, he's gonna shoot immediately. So if the boss teleports, you know he's going to teleport up right after and shoot you. You can move then to dodge before you engage the boss again. And I mean, oh, another thing you can do is right down here, which is the cheesy method. You can this only works for until his mid health, because at that point he's gonna start doing the hand, the Dorado from his hand, and you cannot dodge then if you're swimming like here, because it's too slow. But what you do is you can wait here, you and your whole team. This works for 3 people as well, and you kind of get him stuck like this. Now the other guys might stay in the way. You see, but as soon as you see him use the Dorado, you want to move away immediately so you don't get hit like that. And then you can go back because it's going to go away. And you can just, like this, you can just keep shooting him. You and your whole team. You can also do headshots and anything you want pretty much. Just like on the stage 6 injures. You see, like this, and if you have lock and load and all that, same thing as the injure. You can just keep shooting him, and if you're out of ammo, you can also go behind water to below the water to avoid fire. You can just climb up here and go to the box and grab some ammo, and then you go back. But if you had 3 people, even on solo, by the time you're out of the first ammo, the first full clip of the Argo, or the same weapons apply as I said on the Inja, guy. The best pistols there are the same you can use here for this method. And but by the time you see I have like 140 shots, by the time I'm done with that, he's going to be mid health already, to which then he's going to start doing the Dorado from his hands. Then you want to get away immediately, because not only does he spend too much for you to stay here, but you see I'm swimming is too slow to avoid the other Dorado from his hand, and he will end up killing you. You can also kind of hang around here, and you see while he's focusing on me, my other teammates could be shooting him from the back. Now you see he's not hitting me, but as soon as I shoot him, usually he starts hitting you right away. He's almost, you see, he started hitting me now. It's almost like your hitbox changes as soon as you fire your weapon. But you can also pretty much shoot him from like this, and you go along the wall to dodge the other auto, which is kind of faster than swimming. But yeah, this is the cheesy method. You can do this. The NPC has to be dead for this to work, by the way, because otherwise he'll keep just shooting the NPC and not coming to here. But as soon as you hit mid health, this method is not going to work anymore. Then you have to do the running, like finding new positions, just like I taught you up until about now. I mean, yeah guys, that's pretty much how you kill him. If you're doing all of this, it shouldn't take more than, you know, you run out of ammo on the heavy weapon, you go and buy more. Maybe you're spamming the you and your whole team, right, doing this. You're reviving the NPC. It shouldn't take any more than 3 minutes to kill him. I mean, definitely is not gonna take more than 5, that's for sure. So I mean, yeah, that's how you kill him, guys. So thanks for watching. I mean, share the video with your friend or someone you know is struggling. I also have a guide already on this map on how to actually get to him within 3 stars. And this is the guide for how you kill him. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like the video if it actually helped you or you liked it. Just really focus. The big message is really just to share it, because I mean there's a lot of people who kind of don't know how to go about this, and with this we can help everyone out. So yeah, see you later, guys.